Hello, this is the video for super multi-step equations. Okay, in super multi-step equations, you have a little bit of everything going on. Okay, it's not just a distributive problem, it's not just combined like terms, it's not just variables on both sides, it's a little bit of everything all in one problem. Just like there's an order of operations with regular math problems, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally, parentheses, exponents, multiply, divide, add, subtract. There's an order to this as well, okay? The first thing you look for is distributive property. Look for parentheses where you can multiply an outside number. Then you're going to look to see if there's any combining of like terms. At that point, you may have variables on both sides, and everything will simplify down to a basic two-step. Now, you may not have every one of these steps to do in every single problem, but this is what you look for. Okay? Now, when I do these problems, I typically, if you notice, this says distribute each side, combine like terms each side. So I typically will look at and focus on just one side of the problem and do those two steps. So first I'm looking for distributing on the left hand side. Well, I see parentheses, so I'm going to do 3 times x and 3 times 4. So 3x plus 12. And I didn't use the 2x, so I will carry that down. Okay, so I've distributed. Then I'm going to look for combine like terms. 2x and 3x, hey, they're like terms, so I can combine those together. 5x plus 12. Combine like terms. Okay, nothing more I can do right now on this side by itself. That's simplified as much as I can. So I'm going to focus now on this side. And again, I'm going to look for a distributive. Let's see, parentheses, no parentheses, okay? So I don't have to do that step on this side because there just isn't any. So then I'm going to combine like terms. Okay, so that's the only step that I have to do. (11x) take away 8x is 3x. Now I know that since I skipped a step, I'm going to leave a little space here so that it's lined up with the other side. And then minus 30. So all I had to do over here is combine like terms. Okay, then let me move this black box out of the way. Okay, then my next step is variables on both sides. So I see a variable on the left hand side and a variable on the right hand side, and some of you, I still encourage any of you who find it helpful to draw the line down through the equal sign. Okay, so since the 3x and the 5x are on different sides of the equal, that's where we talk about them being enemies, and the weaker, the smaller x term is going to be defeated, taken out. Okay, 5x take away 3x is 2x. Bring down your plus 12. That canceled. Now when I bring down the 30, this was a subtraction sign when it was between two values. But now that the 3x is canceled, it becomes a negative sign, and I need to bring it down. Okay, so what's left now is a basic two-step. And I said early on that the more complex our problems get, they will still all simplify down to a basic two-step. So subtract 12 both sides. Negative 42. Divide by 2 both sides. Okay. Let's do that one more time. Okay, and like I said, I tend to focus on one side of the problem at a time. So let's see, I see a distribute that I have to do. That's what's first. 4x plus 20, and then bring down the plus 15. Okay, then I'm going to look for some, that's distributing. Then I'm going to look for some combining like terms. Well, 4x doesn't have a like term, but 20 and 15 are like terms. They're both constants. Plus 20 and plus 15 would be plus 35. So combine like terms. Okay, now there's nothing more I can do just on the left-hand side, so let's take a peek at the right-hand side and see if there's anything I can do over here. Well, I see another distribute right here. So 2 times x minus 2 times 10. So 2x minus 20 and plus 17 comes down. Again, I'm going to look and see if I can combine like terms. So 2x doesn't have a like term, so I distributed. Now I'm going to combine like terms. 2x didn't have a like term, but I have a minus 20 and a plus 17. I want to spend $20 and I have $17. Still going to need $3. And I'm going to throw an equal sign up there. Okay. So now I'm at the point where I have a variable term on each side. So I'm going to subtract out 2x, subtract out 2x. 4x take away 2x would be 2x plus 35. Cancel. And again, bring down a negative 3. So I did variables on both sides. Now I'm going to do a two-step. Subtract 35. 2x equals negative 38. My brain was starting to go to the answer too fast. Negative 38 divided by 2 would be negative 19. Guys, I know that when I'm doing this video and I get to the basic two-step part, I'm probably going fast, but we've been doing basic two-steps at the end of every problem for over a week now. So I'm not going to slow down for the basic two-step part. That should be easy. Let's take a peek at the homework. Number 1, if I draw my line down through the equal sign, on the left-hand side, there's just a 16. There's no distributing, there's no like terms, there's really nothing to do on the left-hand side. All of my work is going to be on the right-hand side. Well, right off the bat, let's see, I see a distributive property, okay? But there's a fraction. Well, 1/2, if you got to have a fraction, that's a nice one to work with. Okay, half of 4x would be 2x minus half of 4 again would be 2, and then bring down the minus x. Okay, so let me go back to that half again. All right, half is easy. Half of 4 is 2, half of this 4 is 2. But they're not always going to be easy like a half. So you can use your calculator and type in 1 ABC2 times 4 a couple times. Or I'm sure a lot of you know that a half is the same thing as the decimal 0.5, and you can type in 0.5 times 4 and 0.5 times 4. Okay? The equals and the 16 is going to carry down because there's nothing to do over there. Alright, after distributing, I'm looking for any like terms I can combine. So 2x here, and remember that's a minus invisible 1x here. So 2x minus 1x is 1x. Bring down the minus 2. And to be honest, now that I liked writing in the 1 here to help me to see 2 take away 1, but you don't need that 1. Okay? If you leave it on there and you end up treating this like a two-step where you divide both sides by 1, it doesn't change anything. Okay? So this really is a one-step. I will add 2 to both sides and get x equals 18. Now for those of you who really are like, wait a minute, I don't like that 1 just going away. Okay, that's fine. I'll put it back in, 1x. Okay, but does dividing by 1 change this 18? It does not. Okay, so I wanted to make sure that I did a homework problem for you. Answers wise, I'm going to post the first, I don't know, 6 or so answers. Okay, so number 1, x is 18. Number 2, c is -6. Number 3, a is -2. Number 4, p is -4. Number 5, x is -3. And number 6, x is 3.1. Have a great day.